was also a solemn occasion since 18th December marked the 61st anniversary of Operation Vijay, the tri-service operation that led to Goa's liberation. Something that is etched into my steel that resonates deeper with my commissioning as INS Murmugao.
The year was 1947. India was finally free.
At the stroke of the midnight hour, when the world sleeps, India will awake to life and freedom.
Yet the territories of Goa, Diu and Daman were continuing under 450 years of oppressive Portuguese rule. As India rose as a free nation, liberating these territories became a national priority. India chose diplomacy to resolve the issue with the Portuguese government. A resolution was attempted through negotiations in a non-violent manner. But the Portugal government remained steadfast and refused to surrender the territories. Meanwhile, the voices for Goa's independence grew louder across the country. An organized and dedicated anti-colonial movement emerged across Goa. But Portugal continued to disregard India's and United Nations pleas. In October 1961, Prime Minister Nehru declared, the time had come to consider afresh what method should be adopted to free Goa. In November 1961, the first shots of Goa liberation were fired, ironically at sea by the Portuguese. On 17 November 1961, an unarmed Indian passenger boat, Sabarmati, was fired upon by the Portuguese garrison on Anjadeep Island, resulting in injuries to the chief engineer. A week later, the garrison again provoked India by firing upon a group of fishing boats, killing a fisherman and injuring 4 others. By December, the situation had reached a boil, and India's patience had run out. Continuance of Goa under Portuguese rule is an impossibility, stated the Prime Minister, as India launched Operation Vijay to liberate the territories on 18th December 1961. The Indian Navy, headed by Admiral R.D. Katari, was quick to respond to the situation. The Navy put together a formidable task force under Rear Admiral B.S. Soman, the flag officer commanding Indian fleet. The task force was deployed off the 3 territories, operating in concert with the Indian Army and the Indian Air Force. Goa was the center of gravity of the entire operation. Although intelligence indicated presence of 3 Portuguese warships off Goa, the only warship present in Murmugao harbor was Alphonse de Albuquerque. Incidentally, the warship derived its name from the first Governor-General of Portuguese territories in India in the 16th century. The ship had been supporting the Portuguese forces by undertaking radio communications with Lisbon. This was because Portuguese radio facilities over land had been destroyed by the Indian Air Force. She was also supporting the Anjadeep garrison, which was to see action later. At noon on 18th December, the Chief of the Naval Staff, Admiral R.D. Katari, signaled Betwa, the task force commander of Goa. Capture me a Portuguese frigate, please. Albuquerque was at anchorage inside Murmugao harbor, getting ready to sail. The task force immediately shaped course into Murmugao harbor at best speed, with a signal to Albuquerque, surrender or I open fire. It might be of interest that Murmugao then was an unknown harbor. When Albuquerque did not surrender, an avalanche of broadsides falling from the 4.5-inch guns of the task group. The very second broadside was a direct hit, injuring Albuquerque's captain and incapacitating several others. The task force continued pounding Albuquerque as she attempted to leave harbor and mingle among ships at anchorage. For over 10 minutes, Albuquerque was continually hit, and soon huge flames were visible midship. She soon turned towards Murmugao harbor, hoisted the white flag, and surrendered by beaching herself. The Navy's resolute action off Murmugao harbor had badly shaken the edifice of the Portuguese rule in India. As the Army and Air Force continued its operations to take over Goa, Navy had one more formidable task: the capture of Anjadeep Island. In the early hours of 18th December, Trishul and Mysore pounded the Portuguese garrison on the Anjadeep Islands in preparation of the landing. In an act of perfidy, the Portuguese garrison hoisted the white flag indicating surrender. Shortly thereafter, the first wave disembarked from Trishul, led by Lieutenant Arun Odetto, as the second wave, led by Senior Commissioned Gunner Noel Kelman, was closing the island.
The unveiling of the 30-feet model of the ship would go a long way in forging a deeper connect between the ship, her crew, and indeed the entire Navy with the administration, people, and the very spirit of Goa. The Honorable Chief Minister, along with the Honorable Governor, had kindly consented to be the guests of honor at the commissioning ceremony at Mumbai. Your presence then, sir, had served to reassure us of the vote of confidence that we have of the Goa administration. As we celebrate Murmugao's first birthday, I do not think that my crew, me and my crew, the proud plank owners of this platform, could have asked for a more befitting opportunity than to engage with our namesake port and her people. Today's day is also momentous for two other reasons. 18 December was the D-Day of Operation Vijay in 1961 that led to the liberation of Goa. Indeed, the commissioning of the warship on this day was planned with such an enduring connection in mind. This evening is also the eve of the Goa Liberation Day and fills us with pride to partake in the celebration, to be one with Goa's spirit, figuratively and literally. I would not steal the thunder of my MCs any further, who would elaborate on these elements as the evening's program, conceptualized around these themes, progresses.
On this occasion of unveiling of 30-foot model of INS Murmugao, named after the city of Murmugao here. We are really thankful to the Honorable Chief Minister, Dr. Pramod Samant. The Indian Navy and the city of and the state of Goa have a long history. We go together, I think, since the time the Goa became independent union territory followed by state, and we are grateful to the state administration for giving full support, and today is no different. This function would not have been possible without the support of the state government under the leadership of the Honorable Chief Minister. So,
ह्या पोर्ट सिटीच्या बद्दल अट्रॅक्ट आसात. मार्मागोवा ही आमची पोर्ट सिटी आसात आणि जेन्ना INS मार्मागोवा आमी आमच्या मेन हुतात्मा चौकात जेन्ना पळयतले तेन्ना त्या हुतात्मा चौकात पळयल्या उपरांत विशेष करून यूथ इन्स्पायर्ड जातले नेवीत वचपाक, मिलिटरीत वचपाक, आणि आमकां निश्चित रित्या समेस्त गोंय सरकाराक आनी गोंयकारांक आमचे चडांत चड यूथ हे नेवीत गेल्ले जाय आणि ह्या INS मार्मागोवा पासून ते खूप मोठ्या प्रमाणात इन्स्पिरेशन घेवन ते नेवीत वयचे. हांव परत एकदां आयज खूप मनापासून खोस भोगता, कारण एका वर्साच्या उपरांत परत एकदां INS मार्मागोवाक म्हाका पळोवपाची संद मेळ्ळी. जी मार्मागोवा हांवें स्वता, म्हणजे आमी जशें म्हणटा की गोंयचें नांव जगभर करपा खातीर INS मार्मागोवाय बी ही खूप मोठ्या प्रमाणात मार्मागोवा आमच्या पोर्ट सिटीचें नांव हे गोंयभर जातलें. त्या निमित्तान गोंयभर गोंयची मार्मागोवा सिटी वतली. आज के इस अवसर पर मैं INS मार्मागोवा का बहुत बहुत अभिनंदन करता हूँ कि INS मार्मागोवा के इस फर्स्ट बर्थ एनिवर्सरी पे मुझे यहाँ आने का मौका मिला। इसका अनवेलिंग जो मेरे हाथों से माझगांव डॉक मुंबई पे हुआ था और 1 साल के एग्जैक्टली बाद, और वो भी विजय ऑपरेशन के दिन 62 साल पहले, जिस दिन विजय ऑपरेशन गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया ने किया था, इसी मार्मागोआ सिटी से, इसी मार्मागोआ सिटी में INS मार्मागोआ जो नेवल बेस्ड सिटी है यहाँ पे आई। उनका सेलिब्रेशन करने में उन्हें हमें न्योता दिया, हमें इन्वॉल्व किया। इसलिए मैं INS मार्मागोआ की पूरी टीम का बहुत बहुत अभिनंदन करता हूँ। और ख़ास करके INS मार्मागोआ ने जो मॉडल हमारे वास्को सिटी में हुतात्मा चौक में प्लेस करने का मौका दिया है, और हुतात्मा चौक में जो INS मार्मागोआ का मॉडल हम प्लेस कर रहे हैं, इसके लिए भी मैं उनका बहुत बहुत अभिनंदन करता हूँ। निश्चित रूप से इस INS मार्मागोआ का मॉडल देख के गोवा का हर एक यूथ इंस्पायर होगा नेवी में जाने के लिए, और इसी तरह से उनका इंस्पिरेशन INS मार्मागोआ देख के हमेशा के लिए बढ़ता रहे। बस मुझे लगता है कि मेरे पूरे चीफ मिनिस्टर्स के कार्यकाल में इससे बड़ा कार्यक्रम हो ही नहीं सकता है, क्योंकि विजय ऑपरेशन के दिन 62 साल के बाद इसी मार्मागोआ सिटी से जो विजय ऑपरेशन का मेन सिटी था, और उसी दिन आज 62 साल के बाद एज अ गोवा चीफ मिनिस्टर मुझे यहाँ आके मिला, और वही जो पूरे वेटरन नेवी ऑफिसर्स उनको मिलने का योग मिला। इट इज़ एन वेटरन नारी, उनको सबको मिलने का योग मुझे INS मार्मागोआ के इस टीम ने दिया। मैं हमेशा के लिए ये INS मार्मागोआ की फर्स्ट एनिवर्सरी और अनवेलिंग ऑफ द मॉडल मुझे हमेशा के लिए याद रहेगा। बस फिर एक बार मैं नेवी को सैल्यूट करता हूँ। थैंक यू। जय हिंद, जय भारत।